What is up, guys? Sabike here for more free-to-play low VIP content for Idols Heroes. Today we're going to be talking about the current events as well as a little bit of next week's events. And let's just say I'm not impressed by this week's Halloween event, but let's go ahead and just talk about it. I'll try and give you an unbiased opinion, what to kind of look for, what to kind of avoid doing. Mainly avoid spending resources because this is not the event to do so. So first off, for daily reward, we get 3 heroic summon scrolls, which is standard, and 1 Halloween candy, which is used in one of the events. So that's already 23 scrolls over the week, which is nice. Next, we have a GM feedback, which we get 3 scrolls and 500 gems, which is nice, because they were having some issue with Garuda's combat damage anomaly. So it's nice for your reward, right? And then if you did the questionnaire, you could have gotten a total of 800 gems if you've been playing the game long enough. They sent 2 different questionnaires. One was for the general public to answer, which I believe was the 500 gem one, and then one was like for people that have been playing for a while. So yeah, that's that. So a good amount of gems this week just from GMs and the questionnaires. So next, let's go ahead and talk about, let's just go with the cool events first rather than the Halloween event. So if you have a Flora, this is now the time to swap for the new hero Inosuke. These are the possible heroes that you can trade in for the new hero. I would advise not trading your Rogans or Ticks. So if you have Ignis or Flora, this is now the time to do so, because this hero might actually possibly on the best first E5s. So he seems a little broken right now. We'll see how he goes later on in the future, but the fact that he can clear ceiling at 20 on his own is great. So if you already got like a Sherlock or something and you haven't built up your penny yet, or you're just building up a penny for ceiling at 20, this might be a preferred hero rather than penny, because pennies is some of your regress food or replacement food anyways. So yeah, this is a great hero, but not one to spend scrolls on because the event is kind of lined up with and all the future events, which we'll also talk about. Next up, Palace of Crystal, which is pretty standard. You spend a certain amount of heroic summon scrolls and you get the eternal crystals, which are used in the Palace of Eternity to swap said new hero. Next up, Greyjoy's Blessing, carried it over from last week. So if you have not gotten your class gear or even the flame gear, now is the time to do so. If not, you're waiting till next time it's released. And then the value packages as usual. Only difference is they now include the Halloween candies. Yeah, so if you're free to play low VIP, you're not going to be buying this stuff anyways. So hold on to things till like future events. Next up, Hero Lottery, which is pretty standard. You get the new hero and you get 3-star gear, which is not that great unless you're really early game, but still. The summon prizes now include the Halloween candies for reaching the certain mile markers. So that's like 10 per loop, right? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yep, 10 per loop. So you get 40 in total if you can do all 4 loops, but do not spend heroic summon scrolls on this event. We're just going to ignore the hero here and just say the rewards lined up with this event are not the greatest. And again, we'll talk more about that in a bit. But yeah, he's definitely a great hero. But this event just is killjoy for free-to-plays. Let's just go ahead and talk about it now. So Black Friday is coming up. That's a scrolling event. Christmas is coming up. That's a scroll event, and Chinese New Year's is coming up, and that it will be a scroll event. So this is really just a huge bait event. We're gonna be saving scrolls, and hopefully Christmas, Black Friday, and Chinese New Year's are a lot better. But save out till Chinese New Year's really, unless Christmas is looking really good. But usually Chinese New Year's is the best event to save for, especially since it's in February of next year, whereas Christmas is in December. So it gives you a little bit more time to save up for Chinese New Year's if you do decide to scroll on Christmas. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But and then last but not least, the Hero Exchange event, which is freaking amazing. We'll be getting ourselves a Tix copy on Tuesday's stream, so check out the link below for my Twitch. So you can join us on 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, so we'll be grabbing that Tix copy. Gustin is not worth picking up. But yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into the Halloween event. We got here the Trick or Treat. We get the 1 candies for the daily rewards. And if you're lucky, you might be getting some relics. So there's a 60% chance to get Luminous Body, which gives you 1 scroll, 3 mil in gold. Imp, 30%. Rewards include an artifact fragment times 5 and 3 million spirit. And then Bella, a 10% reward, gives you 10 glorious relics and 10 million spirit. That is amazing if you can happen to get her. But yeah, there's not really many ways to obtain the candies other than through the summons and the system mail for free-to-play players. If you spend money, then the value package and Halloween package are going to be your ways of getting it. But if you manage to reach a certain amount candies given into the troublemakers, you get various rewards. But as a free-to-play player, the max you can get to is this candy bar. So, yeah. For 2,000 scrolls, you can get an OK artifact, which can be useful, but it's not something that any of your heroes need right now. If you're still fairly mid-game-ish, no, this is not an event to spend scrolls. You can get all this stuff from Imp's Adventure for free without spending 2K scrolls. Like, the only thing here that's like worth really anything is the selection chest with Tix in it. But again, next Imp's Adventure should have Tix in the 5-star selection chest. So you can get all this for free without spending 2K heroic summons. I'm not going to spend any scrolls or anything on this hero. So let's show you what it's kind of like. You can either throw 1 candy at it and get the rewards, or you can throw a handful if you don't want to click through 1 candy at a time. There's really no difference in what you do. But yeah, as we see, we didn't get a Bella, so hopefully throughout the week we can get Bella. I'll be trying to save all my candies for Tuesday's stream, so we'll be doing a bunch of that stuff. But yeah, so at least for free to play, we can all reach these heroic summon scrolls. But I wouldn't advise doing 300 scrolls or whatever required to get the next 3 candies to get elite shards and 5 with super wishing coins. So definitely hold out on that. Just get to the 10 heroic summons and then that's it. Next, this is probably the greatest thing that this event offers for free to play, which is, the hero gathering. So if you light up these hero avatars, you get free stuff. The fact that they give 6-star gear is amazing for anybody, really. Doesn't matter if you're early game, late game. This is amazing. If you happen to have the other things, like Scary is one of the shelter missions, so you should have had him. So that's 5 profit orbs right there. But yeah, the rest are kind of harder to get if you're on a newer server, unless you're just extremely lucky with whatever you spent when you started the newer server. But yeah, this is great for established servers and even newer servers if you happen to get the heroes. But everyone should have gotten Delasium from the AK chest a while ago. Everyone should have gotten Scary from the shelter mission. And then everyone has the opportunity to get Tix if you're on an established server and you have a decent amount of altar coins. And yeah, so this is the best thing that they've given us this week. But yeah, next up is the Halloween package, which is another way to obtain Halloween candies, and this Tix skin, which is an amazing looking skin, but these are not really great for Tix to have, essentially. Tix is a great PvE hero. He's not really used in PvP unless, you just had nothing else to use for the spot that he's possibly in. But speed and HP are mainly PvP aspects. So if he had something like holy damage, attack, something like that, something along those lines, which gave him a little bit more attack, I guess, would be more helpful. Granted, he does attack steal, so again, it's just these are not the greatest for him. It is great skin, but $50 worth for all this, I would say no. So this is not a great holiday event. This other than this is it, and the altar. So I'm not too impressed by this event, especially for free to plays that are brand new, you know. And we'll talk a little bit about this new hero too. Like, he is a great. He's probably gonna be one of the best first E5 heroes to do, since he can do Seal 20 on his own, unlike Horse, unlike Ithaca, unlike Delacium. So, and Russell can do Sealant on his own as well, as long as you get him the right hero teams. But I don't know. So, since there doesn't seem to be any Prophet Orb event really following along with the holiday events, if you have 4 loops saved up, or if you're starting on a new server and you're saving up Prophet Orbs and you're not spending on the Tix Prophet Orb event, which is the next event, this might be something to do 4 loops for if you're on a brand new server. So, like, save up, get him to E5, complete Sealant 20, and boom, you got yourself a lot of shards daily. You just got to make sure that you save up your orbs. So unless they change up the event cycle for Christmas or for Chinese New Year's, we're not going to see a Prophet Orb event on these holiday events. So, yeah. So just remember, 4 loops gets you 4 copies, and whatever else you orb in or whatever you place in, so you have the opportunity to get more, you know, things built. So if you're building a penny and you save up 300 scrolls and then use it for any of these 3 great events, Black Friday, Xmas, and Chinese New Year's, then you can get yourself Inusuke built instead of Penny by replacing her with soul symbols. And just remember, you need 300 heroic summons to get said soul symbols. But yeah. So let's go ahead and talk about next week's event, which I'm excited for personally, because it gives you Queen and Tix. They're probably doing Queen in this because of the fact that she's going to be the newest Void hero pretty soon. So they're trying to get, you know, copies of her for you there. But again, Void heroes are not really going to be a anytime soon kind of thing for free to plays. And then Tix, of course, which we're going to be trying to decide whether we want to do 2 loops or all 4, since we're not sure. We're not sure, but yeah, we're going to be doing Orbion on stream no matter what. We are going to be doing 2 loops on Black Friday, or not Black Friday, but 2 loops for this Tix event next Tuesday when this event is released. So yeah, and then Heroic Miracle, we get an Ada, so we'll be seeing if we'll be building an Ada anytime soon, unless Chinese New Year's offers a really great light hero. So we're going to be holding off on building Ada and keeping all that fodder for that said new hero if they happen to be really great. But yeah, and then Ormus's Workshop returns. So if you have multiple pay-to-win artifacts, or if you have a pay-to-win artifact that you've advanced and want to regress, this is a great time to get your stuff back. Value packages as standard, then the Glorious Boost event, which is the one where you spend 400 Glorious Relics for a pay-to-win artifact there. So if you're a free-to-play player and you're not really worried about copies right now because you're pretty much set for whatever you're going to be building and you have the relics lying around, this is a great chance to you spend them. But again, Glorious Relics should not be spent for anything other than Glorious Boost. And if you're still fairly new to the game, I would even argue that spending it on hero copies for your first E5 is definitely worth it. Because progression is super important for early game. But then as you progress more through the game, saving up for pay-to-win artifacts is the smarter way to go. But other than that, I got nothing else. Feel free to join our Discord down below and follow me on Twitch TV. Both of those links are going to be in the description. And hopefully, Chinese New Year's, Christmas, and even Black Friday will be better for us free-to-plays. Because as I've discussed, this is one of the greater things. This is one of the greater things. But to get, yeah, no. So save up your orbs if you're interested in building the new hero right now, because he will be eventually in the orb cycle. But other than that, I got nothing. Hopefully this video has been helpful. If not, leave a comment below and yell at me for whatever I did wrong. And feel free to subscribe for any future content that I release. But other than that, hope y'all take care and have a beautiful day.